Great publicity is critical when you're launching a new car, and few new cars have received more than the 2005 Pontiac G6. Talk show host Oprah Winfrey recently gave away 276 of the new midsize sedans to her audience. It was the public relations coup of the year and instantly thrust the G6 into the spotlight. But can this sharp new replacement for the Grand Am live up to all the hype? It has to. After all, who would risk that kind of mass exposure, not to mention an investment of hundreds of millions of dollars on an undeserving candidate? Indeed, the 2005 Pontiac G6 has all the components worthy of the hype. It also didn't arrive too soon. The Grand Am sedan and coupe were way long in the tooth, most often found in rental lots rather than suburban garages. That's why its replacement is all new, including the name. Enter the Pontiac G6. Initially, there is just a G6 sedan, as the Grand Am will continue in coupe form until a new G6 coupe and hardtop convertible are ready next year. This all-new midsize sedan is available now in two flavors, Standard G6 and G6 GT. Both are formed from GM's new Epsilon platform, the same one we raved about in the new Saab 9-3 and Chevrolet Malibu. Indeed, the G6 shares basic mechanics with the versatile Chevrolet Malibu Max. That includes the long for its class 112.3-inch wheelbase. With tires spread to the corners and short overhangs, that's a longer wheelbase than the larger Grand Prix. Yet G6 overall length is 9.3 inches shorter at a taut 189 inches. Style-wise, the G6 is a totally modern mix of sporty American good looks and refined European style. Think of it as Boy Racer Goes to Paris. Dead on, you know it's a Pontiac with its signature twin-port grille. But then follow its expressive wedge-shaped profile over a very fast cabin to the upswept rear where oversized taillights flank a prominent trunk. Pontiac has often tried to apply a swift coupe roofline to a sedan, and the G6 is the fastest and best effort yet. The G6 and G6 GT are pulled along by the Malibu's 3.5-liter pushrod V6. Output is 200 horsepower and 220 pound-feet of torque. While sounding a bit unrefined at full throttle, it is willing with a wide, flat torque curve. Due next year are two more engines. A high-performance G6 GTP will debut with an all-new 3.9-liter V6. And for 2006, the G6 will also add a 170 horsepower, 2.4-liter four-cylinder as the base engine. Current power flows to the front wheels through a 4-speed automatic with manual shift mode on the G6 GT. A real manual arrives for the GTP. Still, the current combo provides strong traction for a car that grips both the road and test track in an impressive manner. By the numbers, 0 to 60 takes 8.2 seconds, and the quarter mile is dispatched in 16.1 seconds at 87 miles per hour. Not a rocket, but not a slug either. Plus, shifts are smooth and confident. The G6 is solid and nimble. It turns in quickly with only mild front drive understeer in fast corners. Compared to the Malibu, the all-independent suspension is firmer but not harsh. Struts in the front and 4 links per side in the rear with stabilizer bars all around. Variable assist electric power steering is standard, but it delivers a nice, heavier feel and more feedback than on the Malibu. Braking is by way of 4-wheel disc. Fade-free stops from 60 to 0 were a tad long at 135 feet on average. Anti-lock and traction control are standard on the GT and optional on the base G6. 16-inch 60 Series touring tires are standard with performance-rated 17 inches on 5-spoke alloys on the GT. Inside the G6 is a well-equipped, driver-oriented, semi-serious sports car cockpit with a thoughtful control layout. There's a sprinkling of brushed metal accents and chrome trim. In the front are high side bolstered buckets that are both firm and comfortable. A tilt and telescoping wheel is standard, while adjustable pedals are a welcomed option. Other standards include air conditioning, cruise control, power windows and locks, and CD stereo with available XM satellite radio. Notable options include remote starting and a panoramic sunroof that opens in 4 sections. Safety options include front side airbags and side curtain airbags front and rear. Rear entry is tight due to the sloped roof, but once there, seating room is generous due to the long wheelbase. The 60/40 seatbacks fold for cargo flexibility. The trunk itself measures 14 cubic feet, on par with the benchmark Honda Accord. With high gas prices, fuel economy is more important than ever. The G6 has fine numbers for a midsize car, 22 city and 32 highway. We manage 26 in everyday driving. Pricing for the new G6 sedan starts at $21,300. That's about $1,600 less than a comparable Grand Am coupe. The G6 GT model adds a manual shiftgate, firmer suspension, and 17-inch wheels for $23,925. Very competitive prices all. Sparked by its 15 minutes of fame on Oprah, the Pontiac G6 is having an introduction that Pontiac fans won't soon forget. But it also has the great looks, performance, and value to have a long and successful run. Well, I hope you'll join us next week for more Motor Week, when we'll test the reborn Dodge Power Wagon and Toyota's surprisingly sporty Corolla XRS. I'm John Davis. We'll see you then.
To learn more about Motor Week, television's original automotive magazine, visit pbs.org. Motor Week has been brought to you by the Stanley Works, makers of professional-grade mechanics and automotive tools. Stanley, proud to support public television. Stanley, make something great. Information available at www.stanleytools.com. To order a video cassette of this program, call 1-800-873-6154. This program was produced by Maryland Public Television, which is solely responsible for its content.
We are PBS.